Hello, Clara. I would like to ask you a few questions, and the first one is, what or where is your dream destination and why?
I think my dream destination is Thailand and explore the islands. Last Christmas and New Year's Eve, I visited Thailand and two of the islands, and then Bangkok. But I would like to see more of it because, yeah.
Okay, and what do you want to do for a living?
I would like to be an interior designer. Hopefully, I will stay in Copenhagen, but I wouldn't mind of traveling around and being an interior designer.
Sounds interesting. And what was your worst job and why?
I think my worst job was when I was working in a pizza bar where I was only 14, 15 years old. So it was very difficult for me to find a job because I was so young. So I could only get this job, and the boss was creepy, and there was like the circumstances of being there was very difficult to be there, especially when I was this young. And yeah, my boss was very creepy. Yeah.
And what is the best advice anyone has ever given you?
I think I don't have like the best advice that someone has ever given to me, but I think that sometimes when I'm scared, I have this in Danish we say "du kan, du gør det,"
Yeah.
and I think it's a little bit like when there's something that is a little bit difficult, you say this to yourself, and then
Yeah, exactly. Nice. And if you could live anywhere, where would it be and why?
I think like the biggest dream is like living in a beautiful island, in a beautiful house, in the nature and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, I actually just like Copenhagen, and I would like to move like into the city and live in a beautiful apartment in there.
And what have you learned from your last relationship?
I don't know if I learned something, but I think that maybe I should be careful about trusting and counting on people too fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And what do you like doing over the weekends?
It's very different. Sometimes I just relax, and I'm also a lot of spending time a lot with my friends. Sometimes we go out and also just enjoying that this weekend.
Yeah. And how quickly do you jump to conclusions about other people?
I don't jump quickly about conclusions to people, but of course something you can laugh about and like that. But I give people a chance to show their inner them.
Yeah. And what part of your culture are you most and least proud of?
I think that the thing that I'm at least proud of our culture is that, for example, all the immigrants who have come to Denmark and created this chaos with all the shootings in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of innocent people who died, and I think it's sad because Copenhagen, when you're a citizen and you go around and be afraid of being some places in Copenhagen because of the shootings, and some people makes the streets difficult to walk, too scared to walk alone.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing that I'm least proud of. And the most things I'm most proud of is I think that our city is very beautiful, and I think that the history who create Copenhagen also is very like beautiful.
Yeah. And what's the worst and best part about, or what is the worst and best things about being a female?
I don't know what's the best part of being a female, but I like being a female. And I think the worst part of being a female is that we have our period.
Yeah.
How?
I agree. And the last question is, what fact are you really surprised that people don't know about you, or what do you like want people to know that they usually don't know?
Sometimes I said that, God, I'm so tired, but actually I do have good mornings and I am a fresh person.
Yeah. So that was all for my questions.
So now that you have asked these questions to me, there's some things that I also would like to know about you.
Yeah.
And my first question is, what are you doing in your spare time? Do you have any interests?
In my spare time, I usually enjoy like being with friends and family or spending time with them, and I also like watching movies and series, especially Gossip Girl and Prison Break. And yeah, that's it.
So, where do you then often go for holidays?
We like my family and I usually visit Spain or Austria. It depends on the like if it's winter or summer time.
So you're skiing in Austria and
Yeah, and just tanning in Spain.
so what movie can you watch over and over without ever getting tired of?
I think that I actually like, or I can actually watch a lot of movies over and over because I like to know how it ends. But especially
But why do you like to know the end? Isn't there something that isn't it interesting to not know the end?
Yeah, that's true. I think sometimes I like knowing how things are gonna turn out. So yeah.
So
Yeah. So especially Titanic is one of my favorite movies to watch over and over. Yeah.
and is there something that will always be in fashion no matter how much time passes?
I think that like skinny jeans and just black and gray and white clothes are like something that's always up to date, or what you call it. And
Do you wear skinny jeans?
no, I don't really wear skinny jeans. I don't think it's comfortable, but a lot of people do. I think so.
So when you wear clothes, it's also a lot about comfort.
Yeah, especially about comfort. I think that's the most important thing about like wearing it. Of course, you want to like look nice, but I think the comfort or the comfortable like is the most important thing.
So if you're moving to another country and could only pack one little bag, let's say 3 things,
Yeah.
what would you pack?
I think that I would pack like my computer is pretty important to me, and my phone, and yeah, and something to like maybe some old pictures of me and my family. So yeah.
Yeah. And where would you go if you were moving to another country?
If I were moving to another country, I think I would go to maybe like Spain, or yeah, the places that I know, either the places that I really know well and where I just know the people and know where the things are, and or maybe like somewhere new to like experience something new and learn new things.
Yeah. So sometimes when I walk in the streets, I sometimes overhear some crazy conversation. Have you ever experienced that? Like, what's the craziest conversation you have overheard?
I think that the craziest thing that I've overheard was like when I was walking in Copenhagen, and I just walked by someone, and I heard them talk about like something about sex and like some.
Something like the diseases they have.
Yeah, exactly. And
experienced
it
now.
was just like, it's not like it's a weird thing, but it's just weird when you're walking by and that's the
like
only
walk
thing
out
you
the
hear.
context.
Yeah, exactly.
So, is there any silly or funny things that like makes you afraid of and creeps you out? Like now we talk a little about that sex and diseases, a little bit awkward moments pass by.
Yeah.
But is there something that's like you really are afraid of or creeps you out?
I'm actually pretty scared of spiders. Not as much as I was when I was younger. But yeah, I still don't really want to be in my room if I've seen a spider.
Who helps you then?
My mom is actually really good at it. So also she's like, when I lived with my mom and dad and big brother, she was always the one that like killed them.
Yeah, killed them. But is there the last question I have for you? Is there something you will regret in the future not starting now, and what is something you already regret not starting sooner?
I think that I am always like I will like regret not to just do the things that I really want to do in the moment, because sometimes I think that I hold myself back and I don't really just take the opportunity when I have it. And I think that's like, yeah, that's sometimes it's a bad thing and sometimes it's a good thing, just not just to like jump into things, but it can also like help you get or make you stronger or something like that when you just like try things without thinking too much about it. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, Mille, and thank you for answering these questions. It was very interesting to hear about. So yes, bye.